Valerie Bertinelli has entered the chat. After Matthew Perry revealed in his new book that he had a pretty steamy encounter with Valerie while she was still married to Eddie Van Halen, the Hot in Cleveland star took to TikTok to seemingly respond with the help of Taylor Swift's hot new song, Anti-Hero. Quote, anyone else misbehave in their 20s and early 30s? Are you mortified? In the Friends star's memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, Matthew had, quote, elaborate fantasies about her leaving Eddie Van Halen and living out the rest of her days while the two worked together on the movie Sydney back in 1990. Things allegedly got a bit hot and heavy between the two, and according to claims in his book, Matthew had, quote, a long, elaborate makeout session while Eddie was passed out, quote, not 10 feet away. But the actor noted in the book that Valerie never brought up their makeout session again, which left him pretty, quote, devastated. Matthew's new memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, also details his struggle with alcohol and drug addiction. In an excerpt of his book, Matthew reveals that he was set to appear in the star-studded Netflix comedy, Don't Look Up, noting that it was, quote, the biggest movie I'd gotten ever. He even filmed a scene with Jonah Hill, but the actor writes that he was also abusing hydrocodone during the time. Matthew checked himself into a rehab center in Switzerland, but confessed in his book that he lied to doctors about suffering from pain in order to get prescribed hydrocodone. To help reduce the pain further, doctors decided to, quote, put some kind of weird medical device in my back, which required surgery. The night before surgery, Matthew stayed up all night taking hydrocodone, and when it was time to go under the knife, he was given an anesthesia drug, and the combination of the drugs stopped his heart. Quote, I was given the shot at 11 a.m. I woke up 11 hours later in a different hospital. Apparently, the propofol had stopped my heart for 5 minutes. It wasn't a heart attack. I didn't flatline, but nothing had been beating. I was told that some beefy Swiss guy really didn't want the guy from Friends dying on his table and did CPR on me for full 5 minutes, beating and pounding my chest. If I hadn't been on Friends, would he have stopped at 3 minutes? Did Friends save my life again? Matthew wrote, adding, quote, he may have saved my life, but he also broke 8 of my ribs. The star later pulled out of Don't Look Up after his medical incident. Matthew's memoir hits bookshelves on November 1st.